18th dynasty. Greetings. This is Museo Egizio, Turin's Egyptian museum located in Italy. I will not read all the individual descriptions, but I will give you a rundown of what we see. Here we have a statue of Amenmes and his wife Taka, circa 14 to 1300 BCE. Here we have a statue of Maat, and I've shown you the glyph that spells Maat between 1400 and 1300 BC. Here we have a statue of a couple and their daughter depicted as a miniature adult. Here we have it's actually darker than it looks on the phone when you see it with your real eyes. It's really dark brown, but never mind. This is a statue of Pawer, or Pawer, I guess, his wife Maat and their son Samut in childhood nudity. The text specifies it was commissioned by Maat, and that's between the 14th and the 1300 BC. So here we are told monumental Egyptian tombs included a closed and sealed underground part where the deceased and grave goods were buried, and a chapel which the living could enter to pay homage and bring offering to the deceased. From about 2500 to 1250 BC, funerary chapels were decorated with so-called everyday life scenes. These scenes depict several working and recreational activities whose ultimate end was to feed and entertain the deceased and stress the number of people mobilized to this end. The banquet scenes with female musicians and dancers, like the one displayed here, are an innovation of the 18th dynasty between 1539 and 1292 BC. The Ka statue, the Ka was the vital essence or soul of the deceased, received the offerings in the chapel. It could be single, male or female, double showing, or two married or related adults or a family group, including the images of children. It is a three-dimensional counterpart of the focal element of the funerary stela, that is, the image of the deceased sitting in front of a table laden with offerings. Now, the paint on the lips has survived. You can see remains of the black paint around the hair, and here some color. Here as well you can see some color, most likely some ochre, but the rest has not survived. I'm talking about the rest of the color. This is a statue of Hell. Now this is late 18th or early 19th dynasty. I don't know where they found that L from, but anyway, between 1300 and 1200 BC. Here we have fragments of a wall painting from a tomb chapel from the 18th dynasty, circa 1300 BC. And finally, we have this very nice looking still. The glyphs so well carved. Here is read from right to left. The first few words actually spell Peret, and the original name of what they call the Book of the Dead is Peret Emheru. And we have Peret, M, and the rest I cannot tell. We have the first term, the exit or coming out, Peret. This is a stela of Jehuti Nefer called Seshu, accountant scribe of a cattle and fowl in the temples of Amun and his wife, the house mistress Benbu. Now, I'm not going to read that, but it's all there, so later on I can get to it. For those who take the private Medu classes, you can tell me what this says. Mentions a family member and a name. We have the glyph for Sa and the T that denotes what? Then we have the snake that stands for the sound F. Sat F. You know what Sat F means. He's something. And then we have Nefertiri.